What's going on, everybody? JW3 here, and today I'm gonna do I'm doing something special in honor of Dinosaur Day that's coming. Dinosaur Day. So, and with Jurassic World, and also with Jurassic World Dominion coming up in a few days, a year and a few days from now. I thought from the time of this video was made. I thought I might as well try to do something that can help make the video, if they're gonna listen to the fans, that is, like that one company did for the Sonic movie. And I hope I pronounced all that right. But here we go. So in this video I'll be discussing all the characters from the first 3 Jurassic Park films, including the Movie Canon Game. As you can see there, that I want to see in Jurassic World Dominion. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's get started on the list, shall we? Now I separated this into two categories. First, multiple categories. First, think of it like a folder, and you click this, open a sublink, that kind of thing. I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyway. So first up are the definite characters that I want to see in Jurassic World Dominion. Okay, first off, we're going to start with the characters from Jurassic Park. Welcome to Jurassic Park. One of the characters I want to see is Dr. Alan Grant, one of the main characters in the Jurassic Park franchise, and the main protagonist in the first Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park 3. He is a paleontologist excavating velociraptor fossils in the Montana Badlands, then was invited by John Hammond to his dinosaur park called Jurassic Park. He dislikes children, frightening one with the talent of a raptor, but he soon must protect Hammond's grandchildren. Velociraptor is both Grant's favorite dinosaur and his worst nightmare. It's been so long since 2001 to 2021. That's about that's 20 years exactly. And the reason for that is because the video is delayed thanks to the coronavirus, stopping all movie productions everywhere, including the United States. But enough. And I want to give my thanks to those who are putting their lives on the line to help those in need during this time of crisis. But let's move on. But I'm kind of getting off topic here, so let's move on to the next character. Dr. Ellen Ellie Degler, niece Sadler. She's a paleobotanist. She has blonde hair and is very energetic. During the events of the first book and first film, she was not only Grant's girlfriend, but was also invited by John Hammond to Jurassic Park. She also appeared in Jurassic Park 3, where she's married to Mark Degler and has 2 children from him, Charlie Degler and another unnamed baby sibling. Now personally, I would have wanted it in Jurassic Park 3. I would have loved to see Ellie Sadler get married to Alan Grant, if you know what I mean. But then Charles Degler works for the U.S. government. How would they get rescued from Isla Sorna? But we could say they are married now, since it's something. Either that Mark Degler died, or something happened to him, or or you could say that not either before the film or during, and Ellie Sattler gets back. Dr. Ellie Sattler gets back together with Alan Grant. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, moving right along to the next character, Dr. Ian Malcolm, a mathematician who specializes in a branch of mathematics known as chaos theory. Malcolm is one of the main characters of the Jurassic Park franchise, as well as the main protagonist in the Lost World Jurassic Park. He forewarns the danger of resurrecting dinosaurs and becomes Hammond's main opposition. He also falls for Sattler, another in a long line of romantic interests. Malcolm appears in both novels by Michael Crichton. Who's dead today? Malcolm serves as the mouthpiece of Crichton, who called Malcolm the ironic commentator on the action. In the movies, Malcolm is portrayed by Jeff Goldblum. Malcolm also appeared in most other Jurassic media like comics, video games, and toy lines. He also made an appearance in Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, talking to the Senate committee, as if to discuss whether the dinosaurs should live or they should die. Personally, I wonder if Bernie Sanders, people like current politicians like Bernie Sanders or Mitch McConnell were part of Senate committee. If so, maybe they should have been in the Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom too. They could have took actual politicians who are serving the U.S. government and then put them in the movie. You know what I mean? But anyway, kind of getting off track. Let's move on from that. Tim Murphy. He's the grandson of John Hammond, who's dead today. Both the actor and the character are dead today, and is Lex's younger brother, who was invited to Jurassic Park because his parents were going through a divorce. I would like to. You know what? The one thing we never got to see are the parents. I would love to see them in the film. He's also into dinosaurs and has read Grant's numerous books in the film. Some of his characteristics were swapped from the novel with those of his sisters, like Lex Murphy. Being John Hammond's grandson, he is the second-generation Scottish American. Now, Jurassic Park was filmed in 1993. So I'm getting out my calculator right now. And seeing how old the character. And seeing how old Joseph Mazzello, the actor who played Tim Murphy is today. How old that person is today. He was born. Okay, so he was born on September 21st, 1983, and today. And since the movie doesn't come out until before his birthday. Let's calculate that. So Tim Murphy will be basically 37 years old. If he was put in Jurassic World Dominion. All right, so now let's move on to the next character. Alexis Lex Murphy. She is John Hammond's granddaughter. Tim's sister, a vegetarian and self-professed computer hacker. Although I think hacking's legal, I think it should have been called programmer, because I think hacking is illegal, or should be illegal. Anyway, she also accompanied the endorsement team on the tour as a gift due to her grandparents getting a divorce. Due to her parents getting the divorce. And again, I would love to see the parent. I would love to see who the parents were in the movies. Her novel and film versions are very different, with a number of her traits being given to her brother and vice versa. Being John Hammond's granddaughter, she is second-generation Scottish American. Now let's do the math and find out how old she would be. How old Ariana Richards, that's the actress who played Lex, would be today. Oh yeah, that's right. 19. She was born in Oh, that's probably not a good day for a birthday. She was born on September 11th, 1987. Same day as September 11th attacks. I don't know how you can do it. I don't know how you can do a birthday on a day like that, especially if you're an American. Oh, I feel bad, but I'm kind of getting sidetracked right now. So let's get back to this. Okay. By the time of the movie, she'll be exactly 41 years old. All right. So let's go. Let's move on. Let's move on now. Next up is Jurassic Park the game. Now for those who don't know about that. It's part of the canon. Don't know about that. It's part of the canon franchise. It is an episodic graphic adventure video game based on the 1993 film Jurassic Park, and it shows another side of the. It shows another side of the. Hold on. Let me try and explain this better. It's set there sometime during the system failure of the park in Steven Spielberg's film, and set before the Lost World Jurassic Park. If no one knew that already, and it features a completely set of new characters as well as the existing secondary ones that provide the story of the park's demise and the adventures of the remaining authorized and unauthorized personnel on Isla Nublar. And if you played the game, only three characters survive in the canon timeline, which I'm going to show you right now. First up is Dr. Jerry Harding. He's a chief veterinarian of Jurassic Park in Jurassic Park. Let me start over. He's the chief veterinarian of Jurassic Park in Jurassic Park. So one more time. He's the chief veterinarian of Jurassic Park, the park in Jurassic Park, either the game or the film. He was seen treating a Triceratops suffering from a strange disease. A similar character appears in Jurassic Park the game as the main protagonist. Though never confirmed by Universal Studios, the film and the game are most likely part of the same canon. The information of both characters is given in this article right here. So, Dr. Jerry Harding is. Can you see the link? I'll give you 5 seconds to memorize it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. Jerry Harding is recognized by his green engine uniform. He has been married multiple times. He has 2 daughters, Jessica or Jess Harding, and Sarah Harding. He and his daughter Jess were present at the park during the engine incident. Both of them managed to escape the island. And speaking of Jess, here she is right here. Jessica Marie Jess Harding. She's one of the Jurassic Park's veterinarian, Dr. Jerry Harding's daughters. She can be described as the stereotypical rebellious teenager. She is 14 years old. 14 years old. Tried to smoke, is involved in minor shoplifting, and she is angry at her parents because of their divorce and has low marks at school. Along with her father, Jess was left behind on Isla Nublar during the incident, and she was voiced by Heather Hudson. But if she's gonna appear but if they put her in Jurassic, but if they put her in Jurassic World Dominion, who will play her actress? Who will act for her? If you know what I mean. Who will play the character? $19.79. So she'll be around the same age as Ariana. She'll be the same age as Ariana Richards if they put her in the Jurassic World Dominion. And that'd be 41. So moving on to the next and final character of the game, Nima Cruz. She's a member of the Tunsi tribe that lived on Isla Nublar before InGen forced the entire tribe to leave the island. After her displacement, she became a mercenary. She was hired by Biosyn to retrieve Dennis Nedry's Barbasol can from Jurassic Park. She speaks both Spanish and English fluently, often using them both interchangeably in her dialogue. I wonder if she'll make an appearance. I know she was just trying stealing the embryos, getting those embryos to Biosyn for her daughter. Because of all this. But I kind of hope they put her in. So moving on. Now we move on to the characters of the Lost World Jurassic Park that I'm hoping that I would like to see in Jurassic World Dominion. First up is Dr. Sarah Harding. I mentioned her earlier. She's a young scientist who specialized in animal behavior, which also included the dinosaurs. In both canons, she joined the research team led by Ian Malcolm, with whom she has a relationship to Isla Sorna. While she is confirmed to be the daughter of Dr. Jerry Harding in the film canon, and has a half-sister, Jessica Harding, both of whom were involved in the Isla Nublar incident in 1993 and its aftermath. Her relationship with Jerry Harding is only implied in the novels. There are two things I'm hoping out of this. One, she's married to Ian Malcolm. And two, that we get to know her relationship with Jerry Harding, since it's only implied in the novels. They put it in the movies, Jurassic World Dominion, which I'm hoping that they actually put her in the film. Next up is Nick Van Owen. He's a photographer who accompanied Eddie Carr and Ian Malcolm to Isla Sorna in order to document dinosaurs. He was handpicked by John Hammond because he has done many jobs in combat situations. He was also an active environmentalist and a member of the Earth First and Greenpeace organizations. You know, personally, I think he should have been in Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. He would have been very helpful at sabotaging the the so-called illegal dinosaur selling, if that's what it's called. Let me look it up first. Let me look it up and see what it's officially called. Since it was the Lockwood Manor auction. He would have been great at helping Owen Grady sabotage the Lockwood Manor auction and preventing the Indoraptor from escaping. And I bet right now he's part of the, I don't know which organization he'll be a part of, either the pro-dinosaur or the anti-dinosaurs, but since the 2018 dinosaur outbreak. And I think the main guy to blame for the dinosaurs outbreak and the whole thing was Eli Mills. If Lockwood's plan was just stuck through and not, then the dinosaurs wouldn't be on the mainland, or even sold as weapons or other stuff, other bad things. I'm betting. But let's move on to the last character. Let's move on to the last character of the Lost World Jurassic Park, and that character is Kelly Curtis Malcolm. She is the daughter of Ian Malcolm and an unnamed mother. Although I would like to know who that unnamed mother is during the second film. Although I would like to know who the name of that unnamed mother is. And sister of two other siblings, that Malcolm mentions in the first film. And I would like to know the name of the other siblings in the canon franchise. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean. I know she was young during the whole. She was. She was 13 years old during the events of the Lost World Jurassic Park. So let's see how old she would be during the time of Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. She'd be 36 years old. Compared to Jeff Goldblum, who's 67, that's almost a 30-year difference. But give me your. All right, let's move on to the next category. Jurassic Park 3, and first up is Paul Kirby. He is the ex-husband of Amanda Kirby, was the businessman who tricked Dr. Alan Grant back onto Isla Sorna to search for his son Eric Kirby, who disappeared on the island 2 months prior. Paul lied about being a millionaire businessman who owned the non-existent Kirby Enterprises to convince Alan Grant to join them. He admits later that he owned only a small business called Kirby Paint and Tile Plus at the Westgate Shopping Center in Enid, Oklahoma. And speaking of Oklahoma, that's probably not a good place to live. Earthquakes due to fracking, tornadoes. I don't see how people can live their lives there. Unless that's gonna be a hard life to live, Oklahoma. All right, moving on next. But it's your call if you want him in the film or just. But it's your. Next up is. Well, I don't know. Next up is Amanda Kirby. She's the ex-wife of Paul Kirby in Jurassic Park 3 and Ben Hildebrand's girlfriend. They tricked Alan Grant and Billy Brennan onto Isla Sorna Site B in order to find their young son Eric Kirby, who disappeared on the island 2 months prior along with her boyfriend Ben. She not only feels guilty for having lost Eric, but she knows very little about dinosaurs along with her ex-husband. Sorry, I had to get a drink there. So I don't know if you could do this if you get a divorce. If you get a divorce and you can actually remarry. I don't know if you could do that with a. I don't know if you could do that because I don't know how marriage laws works. But if you can actually do that, then I would like to see those two, Amanda and Paul Kirby, back together again. Especially since the whole Jurassic Park 3 film, even though it kind of wasn't a good film. It was written as they went. But I gotta admit, I think the character development is pretty good, especially how it brought Paul and Amanda Kirby together again, just in search for their son, Eric Kirby. And speaking of Eric Kirby, he's the next one on the list. The 12-year-old son of Paul and Amanda, who ends up stranded on Site B for 8 weeks and fends for himself without Ben Hildebrand. He's the central character in Jurassic Park 3. He is portrayed by Trevor Morgan. So if that's right, then he should be around 33 years old by the time of the film. Now the Kirbys, I would like the Kirbys in there, but they don't have to play a big role. They could just play a minor role in the film, make a, either be mentioned or seen. But personally, I would like for them to be seen. But let's move on. Let's move on to the next character. Away from the Kirbys. So next up is Billy Brennan. He was a young associate professor in paleontology and overall enthusiastic graduate student, and the site manager for Dr. Alan Grant's new dig site at Fort Peck Lake, Montana, whose impulsive actions land the entire rescue party in jeopardy if you watch the movie and remember when he stole the two Velociraptor eggs, thinking that they'd be worth a fortune to fund the dig site for another 10 years. Since Paul Kirby lied about the money they were going to give him, and they weren't going to get anything. And you know, he was originally supposed to, in the original development of the script, he was supposed to die, but they changed it, and he survived. Severely injured, but he survived. So next up is Mark Degler. He is Ellie Degler's husband during the events of the third film. It is unknown when his relationship with Ellie started, but in 1998 they got their first child, Charlie. In 2001 they had a baby whose name and gender is unknown. I hope they reveal that in the film. In the the Jurassic World Dominion. Mark is an expert in treaty law and works for the U.S. State Department. Ellie probably uses this connection to send the U.S. Marines and Navy to Isla Sorna and to save Alan Grant and the others. Now this is the thing. If Ellie Sattler was married to Alan Grant, how would the rescue team rescue the party on Isla Sorna? Unless some kind of they're Mark is friends with Ellie and and all that. Still, I was still hoping that Ellie would be married to Alan Grant. Now I know that unknown child was unknown child. They had a baby in 2001, the year the movie the year Jurassic World 3 came out. So calculating it, the baby would be around either 19 or 20 years old. 20 years old by the time of Jurassic World Dominion, depending on whether it's a boy or girl. And whatever the name is. But I just hope in the end that no, I don't wish death upon people, but I just hope something happens and something happens to Mark Degler that causes Ellie and Grant to get back together and get married. That's just my opinion. You can share your opinion down in the comments. Oh, and speaking of Charlie. Oh, and speaking of Charlie. Oh, and speaking of Charlie. I hope he's seen in the third in Jurassic World Dominion. He's the 3-year-old son of Ellie and Mark Degler during the events of Jurassic Park 3, and even thinks of Alan Grant as the dinosaur man. Sorry, I was trying to impersonate him saying that. He is portrayed by Blake Michael Bryan, who, according to the calculations, if the actor was born in 1998, that means he would be 22 years old. 22 or 23 years old. With a three-year difference between them and their second child. Anyway, back to what I was saying. He enjoys dinosaurs and watches Barney. When he made his toy Triceratops bite his toy Brachiosaurus, Alan Grant tries to tell him that they are herbivores and they would not bothered to fight. When Alan shows him a toy Velociraptor and a toy Tyrannosaurus Rex and says they love fighting, Ellie tells Alan that Charlie is 3 years old and they should wait until he is 5. He alerted Ellie that Dr. Grant needed to be rescued from the river on Site B, albeit unknowingly. I don't know what that means, but if you know that mean, if you could tell me what it means, then I'd be grateful. So next. So now that we got those three, now that we got the definite out of the way, now it's time. Now we're moving on to optional characters. Optional, you know, either they can be or not be in the Jurassic World, or not in Jurassic World Dominion characters. I know I didn't do that something right, but I'm just gonna go with it anyway. So first category, we're gonna start with Jurassic Park. Here we go again. So here we go again, folks. First up is Billy, or Jerry, the volunteer from the first Jurassic Park film. Billy was the volunteer that helped Dr. Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler at their dig site in Snakewater, Montana. He mainly helped with computers and was optimistic about how soon we won't even have to dig anymore. Behind the scenes in the comic adaptation, his name is Jerry. Personally, I wish they named the character Jerry instead of Billy, because then it wouldn't confuse the audience with Billy Brenham over this guy. This guy here. Now, all right. Next up is Dr. Lewis Donson. Dr. Lewis Donson. He was the head of research at Biosyn and one of the villains in both books. He was known for his law-breaking studies, notably a rabies vaccine test conducted on farmers in Chile without their knowledge or consent, which led to at least 10 casualties. However, Donson was able to escape prosecution because Biosyn focuses more on lawyers than scientists, which stinks. Lawyers should be, doing what's right now, what they want, Just don't like it when they side with some lawyers side with the bad guys in real life. But anyway, so please note that Cameron Thor, the man who portrayed Dr. Lewis Donson in Jurassic Park, was arrested and convicted for the sexual assault of a 13-year-old girl on June 4, 2014. Jordine Ladle by the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office. The Los Angeles District Attorney's Office filed 14 counts against Thor, including kidnapping and sexual assault against a minor. The district attorney alleges that Thor gave the girl a controlled substance, marijuana, and sexually assaulted her. Thor pleaded not guilty to all 14 counts. Thor's trial began on August 17, 2015. At that time, 13 of the charges against him had been dropped in recent weeks. The only remaining charge was performing a lewd act on a child. The jury began deliberations after the trial ended on August 25, 2015. On the 26th of August, he was found guilty and was supposed to be sentenced to 6 years in prison, but will be released 2 years prior. So I don't know if he's out of prison now or still in. But I hope they put Lewis Donson in the film, because I really would like to see this guy get his just desserts, if you know what I mean. However, if Cameron Thor, the American actor and acting coach who portrayed Lewis Donson in Jurassic Park, is still in jail for performing a lewd act on a child or something else different entirely, then let's put either Lewis Donson's son or someone new but evil in charge of Biosyn. After all, Biosyn needs to be held accountable for what it's done. Plus, we need to create a story. Plus, we need to finish Lewis Donson's story, especially since especially since the only time he appeared was when he gave Dennis Nedry the instructions and the canister, the shaving cream canister, that is Barbasol. His story needs to be finished, and he needs to be brought to justice or eaten by a dinosaur. If you know what I mean. His fate in the Lost World, his story was finished in the Lost World, but I just don't know why they didn't finish it then. They said made Peter Ludlow the bad guy in that film, and not him. But anyway, Biosyn is a genetics company like InGen. The main building of the corporate stood in Cupertino, California, if I pronounced that right. The company is known for stealing ideas from other scientists. It's also the only biotech company which employs more lawyers than scientists. And you see what I mean when I mentioned that in the last part? I mentioned that earlier. Stealing ideas, that's definitely illegal. And I'd like to know if for once, if he actually did lose a lawsuit. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Well, the reason I'm suggesting, the reason I would like to have Biosyn in the film is because after the events of Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, I personally think that Dr. Henry Wu should flee to Biosyn so he could continue his goal of using, transforming, creating, etc. Dinosaurs to be sold as weapons and get rich off of it. Or if there's more to that that I don't know about. If there is, then leave it in the comments below. But here's a twist. If not one or the other, then how about or both, father and son? What do you think? What do you think about that idea? Well, anyway, moving right along. Next up, again, Jurassic Park 3. I skipped the Lost World because there's no optional characters in there that should be in the film. I could be wrong though. If you think there's any option. If there should be any optional characters in that franchise, then please leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Now, first up is Cheryl Logan. She was one of Alan Grant's graduate students at the Fort Peck Lake dig site during Jurassic Park 3. In the story, the Jurassic Park 3 film script reveals more of Cheryl. Here it is. We see Cheryl, 21, a junior at Junior Upstate. She's one of the dozen college students working at the dig site, and the one most smitten with her superior, Billy Brennan. She asked Billy to better tell the difference. She asked Billy to better tell the difference between a rock and a fossil. He runs his bare fingers over the two different patches, showing her that rock is rough and fossil is smooth. In the script, the two start to flirt. Cheryl runs her fingers along his stubbly chin, rough, and along his lips, smooth. Billy may not have started this flirtation, but he's not ending it either. The two stop talking when Dr. Grant arrives at the site. Maybe they should be married her and Billy should be married in Jurassic World Dominion, and have that mentioned or seen. I don't know. It's if you think that should be a thing, leave it in the comments below. And finally we have Hannah. Hannah was Ellie Satzler's secretary before and during the events in Jurassic Park 3. She told Ellie that her editor Tom didn't like the final chapter of Ellie's book, and Ellie told her to tell him she wasn't going to lose the Jack Horner quote. I wonder what the Jack Horner quote is. I guess we'll never know. But if you know, then leave it down in the comments and tell me. Alrighty? So all the information I got. So here are the references to all the information I got for this video. All the information that was used in this surprise Microsoft PowerPoint / YouTube video are from Jurassic Park wiki /fan_fandom. And here's the link to it. I'll give you about 10 seconds to look at it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Alright. And don't forget, folks. But are you surprised that I made this video using Microsoft PowerPoint? I kind of am too. I use both Microsoft PowerPoint and Wondershare Filoroma for the audio you're listening in the background right now. Alright, and don't forget that Jurassic World Dominion comes out in theaters on June 11th, 2021. Thanks for watching. Everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Everybody. Now don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And if you can, share this video with as many people as you can. Friends, family, complete strangers. The possibilities are endless. And if one of those people you're sharing works for Universal Studio on the production of Jurassic World Dominion, then definitely share this video with that person as well, so they can share with the higher ups. But also help this video reach 100 plus views, or 1,000 plus views, which is better. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you already subscribed, or you just subscribed, then share this channel with as many people as you can. Friends, family, complete strangers. The possibilities are endless. Help me keep those 1,000 subscribers that I've gotten. Thanks to all of you out there on YouTube land. Please help me so YouTube. I shouldn't be mentioning this, but help me keep those 1,000 subscribers so YouTube can finally pay me money. I'm getting close to the $100 they're gonna pay me. But I need your help. So if you see an ad on there that you like, then click on it, so I can get that. So YouTube can finally pay me, and I can finally, and that'll be one step forward, one step more toward achieve my dream, getting close to my dream goals. But until then, remember that this is Jeffrey Bartels saying that life will find a way. It's a quote by Ian Malcolm or John Hammond, depending on whose perspective you want to see it from. And also, happy Dinosaur Day, everybody. And I'll see and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.